What's up, Pisces? Welcome in and welcome back. If you're here with me again, this is your June spiritual and intuitive messages, okay? So I like to reference these as food for the soul, okay? Whatever you need to know for the month of June to carry you through when it comes to your spiritual and intuitive, when it comes to your spiritual journey, okay? So I want to see what intuitive messages we have here for you. Apply how it resonates to you, okay? It's time to get serious now, right? So we play around a lot in the other readings to, see what's going on, but I haven't done a spiritual read in a while for you. It's been long enough, okay? I don't think I even did one last month. So we definitely need to tap in and see what's going on, okay? So we're going to start out with what you need to surrender, all right? What do you need to surrender? What do you need to release? What do you need to let go, okay? So I saw surrender to what is and surrender to the natural beauty, okay? Let's see. All right, Spirit, what messages do we have here for Pisces? One card at a time. There we go. Surrender worry, okay? So make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out. Turn my light up some. Okay, breathe them out. Breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that spirit is guiding you always, okay? So surrender worry, guys. No need to worry, let's see. So obviously you guys could be worrying about something or finding yourself worrying about something sometime this month. All right, and surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decision, okay? So maybe there's something you're in denial about because you're worried. Sometimes when we're worried about something being a certain outcome, we'll be in denial. Like, if you see certain things in your partner that don't look right, so you might be in denial because you're worried about what it could mean or what it could represent. So we go in that, defense mechanism. And sometimes it's avoiding what we're seeing. So there could be something that you're seeing that you are worried about. You're worried that, what's happening is what you don't want to be happening. And so you might be in denial because you're not seeing it the way you need to see it because that's not how you want to see it, okay? All right, what do we have at the bottom? Surrender to trust. There we go. Trust yourself and your decisions. So whatever it is you're worrying about, guys, you got to get out of denial and go ahead and make that decision. Trust what you're being shown, right? Trust what you see. Trust what you feel. All right. But it says trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. So some of you guys are worried that you're making the wrong decision or that you may make the wrong decision. So, you might ask others for their opinion, but trust what you feel, right? Trust what your intuition is telling you. All right. It's about what you feel right now. Okay. It's certain things that other people can't really guide you on, right? It's only you and your spirit team that can help you. It's only you and the divine that can help you figure certain things out because some things are not meant for everyone to take part in making a decision for you. So it seems like whatever it is, guys, it's something that the universe is telling you. This is solely your choice. It's solely your decision. And you follow what your intuition is telling you to do. All right. What else do we have here for the Pisces? Reconsider and unlikely. Right. So there's definitely something you guys need to reconsider. That could be whatever it is you may be in denial about or you're not wanting to see the full truth. Some of this could be someone not being honest with you either. So maybe you're trying to trust what someone is saying, but your intuition is telling you different. So there's like a conflict here I'm feeling, right? So unlikely, now I don't know if it's unlikely that it's happening the way you may think it's happening, or that it's unlikely that it's any other way, right? It could be unlikely that The universe is showing you things, and what the universe is showing you, it's unlikely that that's not it, right? That's kind of like what I'm picking up on. Like, it's unlikely. Like, there is something you need to reconsider here. There is something you need to think through, you know, and kind of make a clear choice on it, or reconsider before you really make up your mind, okay? Like, for instance, let's just say it's in regards to someone. There's some issues surrounding trust with someone. You don't know what to believe. You don't know whether you can trust them. You're seeing what you're seeing, but you're kind of in denial because you don't really want that to be what you know, what you're being shown. And Spirit is saying, hey, you know, I'm showing you this for a reason. It's very unlikely that it's not what you're already feeling, right? So don't let them persuade you. Don't let them sway you to go against your own intuition and what you already know. Okay. All right. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. So you might be in the place you're in because it's comfortable, right? Sometimes it's more comfortable to not see the complete truth than to really just take the blindfold off and really see things for what it is. Now, it's crazy because it makes me think about that card in the beginning that I saw, surrender to what is. Yeah, let me find that card because that literally just dropped back in my spirit. I wish I could remember the other card that came out with it, but I remember that one. Surrender to what is. So let me find it. Come on. All right, there it is. So surrender to what is says, flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Okay, so that's where you're not accepting the situation for what it is and what you're being shown, and you're worrying about it, which is taking your peace, right? So, let's see. Ooh, before we go there, let me pull one of these here. You got time lost cannot be regained. So maybe you guys are spending a lot of time in a situation that you see is not working out or not going the way you would want it to go. So it's time to reconsider. It's time to rethink some things. It's time to, you got love and pain here. It's kind of like what I'm feeling here. Let's see. One card here for Pisces. Give it some time. Ooh, and you can do bad by yourself. Okay. So, yeah, it's kind of giving me the vibe that I'm feeling. You know, this is definitely in regards to another person that is obviously bringing you some sort of confusion, lack of clarity, uneasiness, all of that. Because, you know, when there's lack of clarity, that's where that confusion and chaos sets in. Okay. Too many cards. So what do we have here for Pisces? What does Pisces need to know? Oh, these cards keep sticking. Okay. What does Pisces need All right, you got enlightenment. Enlightenment. Action. Okay. Enlightenment, action. What's this? That's easy. Freedom. And forgiveness. Okay. I definitely see where this is going now, guys. Okay, and the words here are kind of self-explanatory, right? When it comes to what I just kind of explained. I definitely see you being enlightened about something here, but what you're being enlightened to is very hard for you to accept and receive, right? Which is why the denial is there. But there is definitely some messages here of the universe telling you, hey, it's time to put some action into this. Like, you see what's going on. It's time to actually make some action, take some action on what you're seeing, what you're being revealed, what you're being enlightened to. Okay, you're not being enlightened to something. The universe never shows you anything for no reason. It shows you things for a reason, right? So if you just brush it off, or you're in denial, you're going to miss the messages and the lessons that the universe is trying to show you, or you're going to miss the warnings that the universe is trying to give you. And it definitely is in regards to freedom here. So there may be a sense of needing to free yourself, needing to release something, needing to let go. Especially when anytime something is bringing you a lot of worry, confusion, uncertainty, uneasiness. Those are all signs from the universe as well. Hey, something with this is not aligning with your spirit and what your spirit needs. This is why you feel out of balance, right? But sometimes we kind of fight through that. We're like, oh no, this is just what's going on. And this, sometimes it's a little more than that. Sometimes it's a message to the universe to say, hey, look at what's happening here. Time to abort mission. Time to rethink some things here. Time to, maybe change plans. No matter how deep you maybe are tied into it, there is a sense of the universe trying to nudge you and say, hey, it's something you need to pay attention here. Okay, pay attention here. All right, so you have freedom, then you have forgiveness. So it sounds like whatever is happening that you're struggling with accepting, when it comes to pass, the only thing you can do is accept it for what it is and forgive, right? And I see that will be hard because you're going through so much to not see it for what it is, because it's something you don't want to accept, right? So forgiveness is going to be hard when you're not even wanting to accept the violation that was done to you, right? So yeah, and then you have solitude here. So there's definitely this energy of um being in solitude, right? That's that time that you need to sit to yourself and think and reconsider, right? um and really do what's needed. So yeah, that's that action too, because you've been sitting in your comfort zone. It's not comfortable, but it's comfortable, right? It's what you know, it's what you're familiar with. Maybe just the person themselves, just the idea of being with them in the situation is comfortable, but is the situation itself comfortable? Do your spirit feel comfortable? Do your soul feel comfortable? No. And that's the part that when we get in denial, we're just going off of what we see, what the person is telling us, instead of really being in tune with ourselves, right? And trusting ourselves. Um, Something said pick this deck up, and when I picked it up at the bottom, it said adjustments are required. Yeah, definitely see that. Okay, definitely need to make some adjustments. Let's see. Okay, let's clarify this here. Let's clarify. All right, so what is this enlightenment? Oh. So enlightenment came out with the Nine of Pentacles, okay, and the Eight of Swords at the bottom. So enlightenment clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is like represent that single person, that independent person. So maybe you guys are being enlightened that it's time to you guys to step into your independence. Maybe be single, maybe focus on yourself, really invest in your own self to help build your goals to get to where you can live that life where you're completely dependent on yourself, right? And that's the energy that you're being enlightened to. It does look like it is time for you to pull, to maybe be alone here for a second, or at least from this particular person. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting like this is like multiple people. This is one particular situation that is really hard for you to see things for what it is, okay? Now, the Eight of Swords at the bottom says an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. You see? So maybe some of you guys are afraid of being without this person. I don't necessarily want to say being alone, maybe being alone, but maybe it's just being without this particular person. Yeah, so Eight of Swords, we have action. What's this action here, Spirit? Ooh, 10 of Fire. Too much work, accept help from others. Life is out of balance. Stress-related concerns. Stress-related health concerns. So maybe you guys are worrying about your health. For some of you guys, that could be a small part. Okay. But whatever it is, you're overwhelmed, and maybe this is why you're not taking action to whatever it is. There's something that is overwhelming, guys. It's too much, right? It's too much. But maybe you're not accepting that it's too much. Like maybe you're just enduring. You're just going through it. You're fighting this battle with this person, and it's just overwhelming. And what it's stopping you is taking the action that you need, because if you're overwhelmed with all these wands on your back, it's really hard to take the action needed. And I definitely feel like that's the problem. It's so much stress, tension, just too much going on, right? Too many burdens that you feel like you're carrying with this, and it's stopping you from really putting forth the action that you need to put forth when it comes to you, right? So at the bottom we have life experience. That is the I think that is I can't even remember what deck this is, what card this is, guys. Okay. Life experience. So take this for what it is. A significant life change, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. You see that? You're definitely realizing some things here, right? Realizing some things that you need to do to take the action. You're realizing, it's just life experience right now, right? It's just you figuring things out. But whatever is happening here, like it says, it's a powerful revelation that leads to change. But you got to accept the revelation, right? So it's time to spread your wings, and that's definitely what I'm getting. It's definitely time for you to put the burdens down of someone else and release those burdens and start to put action towards your own freedom, your own sense of self, right? Okay. Freedom. There may be somebody that you're worried about. Maybe they don't no longer want to be in a connection. You're worried that might be the case. Let them go. Let them be. Okay. You got the Four of Water here. Okay. It may be a missed opportunity. You may have to, accept this as what it is, and maybe as an opportunity to move on, right? But Four of Cups says missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. And look at that. Clarifying freedom. You're not seeing the possibilities outside of this person or outside of this situation. It's like you're fixated on this particular situation. And it has been, honestly, a lot of disappointments. Do you want to continue to stay in something where you're constantly disappointed, or do you want to free yourself, right? And move on to forgiveness and just moving forward from there, okay? Let's see. So at the bottom, you have Eight of Fire, which is the Eight of Wands energy. And it says, events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. So it's a lot going on here, right? A lot of things moving too fast. Maybe this is why it's hard for you to really make an assessment right now, a really straightforward decision. Okay, because maybe you're put in a situation where it's like now you do have to. Okay, and you have forgiveness. Challenging information, delays, changes to plans, and truth delivered without tact. That's the Page of Swords clarifying forgiveness. So I am seeing maybe this person is reaching out to you, or you wanting to reach out to this person, or y'all have already had some sort of communication, but you're in denial about how that conversation went. All right. But I do feel like if you're not reaching out to this person, somebody may be reaching out to you, asking you for forgiveness. Okay. With that Page of Swords information, there's definitely some information here that you're going to hear that's going to take some forgiveness. Okay. And I feel like that's what the universe is preparing you for. Yeah. Yeah. You have the Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune here. A time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. You see that? Clarifying solitude. So a lot of things are going to shift, guys, once you accept things for how they are and take that time to pull back and kind of really just, let the universe connect with you alone, so you can really see things for how they are. And then behind solitude, you have embracing. Okay. Okay, so what signs do we have here? Only thing we have here is fixed sign energy: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Okay. Put that right there. Adjustments are required. You have behind that, you have meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. So first sign that we got out of these cards is yours. Take time to breathe out, disseminating moon, and a time for healing, balsamic moon. Yeah. That's what's happening right now. Okay. Ooh, look at that, guys. A woman with a heart and strategy. Yeah. You gotta think of a plan, guys, to figure out how to take your heart back. Right? Because I do really see that your heart is deeply tied to someone here. Let's see. This just so we have here for Pisces. What messages do we have? All right. That's one card. Of course, it's two. Okay. Heart chakra in the reverse. And we have yin and yang at the bottom. So let's see what heart chakra in the reverse says. Okay. That's number 38. So number 38. Okay, it means love, which is, what's that? Fourth chakra archangel Raphael. Okay, which is the heart chakra. But love, compassion, and self-acceptance is what it represents. Okay, but in the reverse, it says this card reverse indicates some blocks in the flow of your heart center energy. Perhaps it's an old sense of abandonment or the grief of a broken heart lingering from a long past event. Whether it's recent or not, this blocked energy stops you from caring for yourself and attracting love from others. And it can create an undercurrent of unhappiness that permeates your life. It's time to heal the old, stuck stuff and move on. Don't bypass the pain and pretend it doesn't exist. That's that denial. So that could also be, if it's not in direct, connection with someone right now. It could be a past connection that you're just still worried about. You're still holding on to. You're still concerned about. Maybe you're worried that this person is going to move on now completely. Whatever it is, right? But yeah, it's no longer, you no longer can pretend that this pain or this feeling does not exist, okay? Or this denial doesn't exist. But anyway, instead, ventilate it in your journal and release it with an intention to be clear, happy, and self-loving. Meditate on the increasing light in your heart center and call on Raphael to help bring healing and clarity there. Love yourself and give yourself the approval you used to need from others. The healing will take place and happiness will return. Okay? And make sure you guys say this affirmation to yourself here. My heart center, my fourth chakra, is open to its perfect, healthy, and joyful state. The energy of love flows through me now. I live in love. Okay? And then yin and yang number 22 here. So number 22, it says passive, active, intuitive, and logical. All right. So this card represents energetic life cycles, and its purpose is to help you identify the particular cyclic energy moving into and out of your experience. In its upright position, it heralds a yin cycle, where most of the action seems to be happening underneath the surface of things. That's what's happening internally. Like you may not be seeing things happen outside of you, but there's something happening, under the surface, like the card says, okay? But this is a time of great receptivity, intuition, and gestation. Meaning, guys, this is the best time to receive it in, take it in, let your intuition guide you, and digest it on what it is. That means accepting it for what it is, and that's it, okay? Let's see, but external circumstances. So let me go back. This is a time of great receptivity, intuition, and gestation. External circumstances may be forcing you to go within and examine present activity. It's an especially good time for completion, so wrap things up. Yin cycles often cause you to be passive, yielding, and reflective. So open up to these sides of your nature. Being more than acting is the intention here, okay? And repeat this affirmation, guys. Take this down. I am open to understanding the cycle I am in, and I am willing to utilize its energy beneficially. All that I need is already part of me. Look at that, guys. That's why I'm getting that Nine of Pentacles energy, that enlightenment. You already realize that everything you need is a part of you, right? And that's what you guys are being enlightened to. The universe is telling you, hey, you don't need anyone else. You don't need this person. You don't have to continue to long for this situation or, try to figure things out. This is the path you're on. This is where things have led, and it's lessons and everything. Okay, and take the lesson. And if you don't see the blessing out of anything, take the lesson out of it. Okay. Okay, let's see. We're going to get some career and finance messages here. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we're hiring, job search. Maybe y'all are looking for a job. Maybe you're hiring. You guys might have a job where you're hiring people, where you hire, you're a manager, you're an HR, but it says we're hiring, background check. So maybe you are applying for somewhere and they will be doing a background check for some of you guys that may be without work. Maybe that's something you guys are worrying about right now. Didn't see that come out too much here, but hey, maybe this is why it's a sense of being independent. So maybe you guys are looking for a new job or looking for a job. You have unemployed here at the bottom, need a job. So maybe you've been without work, and maybe this is why you are worried about, or this worry about independence is here, or this need to be independent now. Yeah, overtime. All right, so work it overtime. Okay, y'all. Let's see. that overtime is, maybe you are looking for like a part-time job or another job so you can make some extra money. Okay. Maybe that's your plan, is to find another job to make the money so you guys can move on. But you are worried about that, right? You have unfolding. Access to greater prosperity is opening up for you slowly. You are growing as you learn more and keep expanding. You are growing as you learn more and keep expanding. So, okay. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, gifts. You are uncovering new talents that will land you new work and a better position. You could get more money with the deal as well. So you are going to be in a place, guys, to where you're doing good. That's why I saw that 9 of Pentacles there coming out with enlightenment. So you're becoming enlightened that you can do so much better by yourself, right? Like the card said, you can do bad by yourself, and you're realizing that, like, I don't need to be here to deal with this. I need to step out and figure out something. You have opportunity. Doors are opening up for you. You have the chance to change jobs, start a business, or invest in a new venture. Just do it. And at the bottom, magic. You have the power now. Use your magic to attract what you want into your life. The sky is the limit. Beautiful. So there's nothing that should be holding you back. In other words, is what I'm hearing the universe say. Nothing. Visualization. See yourself achieving the highest possible outcome. Experience, feeling, and details. So experience how it's going to feel when you get to that place that you guys are worried about getting to. Okay, visualize it. Detail. Trying too hard. Force creates resistance. Let go and watch it flow. Rest, be lighthearted, and burnt out. So you're trying too hard with something here, guys. All right. And that was trying to flip out. Daily habits. Self-care, morning, evening success routines. Make healthy choices. Cumulative effects and subliminal. So take care of yourself, in other words. All that. Just in a nutshell, take care of yourself. Create a daily successful routine that works for you. Okay. And at the bottom, you have surprise. In a way that you wouldn't expect, a gift from the universe, intense twist of fate, eclipse news. See, guys, you're not realizing the intense twist that's about to happen here. You guys are focusing on, what you've been through, the pain, the hurt. That's why I saw love and pain in the beginning, because you guys are focusing on the pain, all of that, and the universe has a surprise for you, Pisces, more than you can see. And you just don't realize that everything you have in you is in you already. It's a part of you. You just have to let go and release something here so you can step into that next level, right? All right, Pisces. Wow, that was deep. Okay, and I hope that it was helpful for whoever it was helpful for. If it was your reading, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Make sure you comment. Let me know how it blessed your soul. I hope it was food for the soul that you needed and that you got the feeling that you needed, okay? So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time.